Edinburgh. A city where people meet. A city of history, culture, a carnival atmosphere, good food, and where some of the greatest storytellers in the world have called their own. In this video, I'm going to be sharing the magic of Edinburgh at Christmas time. Alright, we're in an underground car park which is well lit, which is good for vlogging. This time of year in Edinburgh, things get a little bit depressing and grey and dark. It gets dark at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's always grim, but as we get closer to Christmas time, because we have a very good Christmas and New Year's period here in Edinburgh, and as we get closer to that time, things lighten up a little bit, because we do put on a couple of things. And the first thing to appear, which is quite Christmassy in Edinburgh, is the Christmas market, the German Christmas market, which appears in Princes Street, along Princes Street and Princes Street Gardens every single year. And it is like a ray of light. In some ways, it's become very commercial and expensive, to be honest. But you know what? When things get dark and we don't want to be in the dark all the time, and it's dark at 4 PM, it's nice to come uptown and see the lights. And it opened today for the first time, so we have come up here to the city centre, and this is the new St James Centre car park. There's actually an electric charger here, which is good for us, plugged in, and we're going to take a walk along Princes Street to the gardens and to the German Christmas market for a wee bit of festivities. Let's see. Shopping mall's decorations for Christmas? Shooting star or something. Oh my god, there's a queue to get in. I think attempt one to get into Edinburgh Christmas Market on the first day of its opening, to be fair, is going to be a failure ultimately, because the entrance is there and the queue goes all the way down the street and across the bridge all the way up nearly to Holborn Street.
There's a really drunk guy going down the steps with his cute on.
The first few days of Christmas markets opening in Edinburgh are usually chaotic, and this year was no different. With the queue to get in stretching halfway down Princes Street, we decided not to enter. Instead, we walked around town to soak up some of the city's festival atmosphere.
The winter season has well and truly arrived here in Edinburgh. I actually love this time of year. A lot of people don't like it, but I love it. And the city gets very busy again. A lot of people like to come here for the festivities at Christmas, because there's so much going on. There's a lot of events and a lot of markets and a lot of things, and it's on the lead up to Hogmanay, the best party in the world. I thought I'd do this vlog today to give you guys a bit of an insight as to Edinburgh's Christmas festivity period and the run up to Hogmanay, and why you might want to think about coming here at this time of year. Today is the first day that the temperature has actually truly dropped, and it's pretty cold. It's like 6 or 7 degrees Celsius today. And I know for a lot of you guys in North America that is small change, but we're feeling it. Me and Taka are both feeling it. So we've come uptown, and first of all we're going to get a nice warm coffee, and then we're going to get something to eat, and then hopefully I'll be able to show you some of the things that are going on at Christmas time here in Edinburgh. So thanks for joining in, thanks for watching. Better get off the road before I get killed. Thanks for joining in, thanks for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Alright, so I'm up in Edinburgh. You know what I like about Edinburgh, especially this time of year, there's a lot of people around. You never know who you're going to bump into. So, I'm having a coffee here.
Alright.
Look, it is.
Alright.
It's Bruce.
Aye. Some of you might ken him and me at the same time. Eh?
I definitely would watch both our channels, I think, because we both talk about Scotland. And, you know, if you don't know Bruce's channel, you must know, because he does the best tours of Scottish history that I've ever seen. You've taught me a lot already, and you're just brilliant. You know, I love it.
Did he? Hey, he's blowing smoke up my arse. So, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
Aye.
Aye. Because you don't know what you are like, because he might be more polite than me. Do you know what I mean?
I can be, you know, always, but no, Bruce, I love your videos. They're really, really fascinating. But what brings you to Edinburgh today? What are you doing?
So, I'm making a video about the suffragettes, but the Scottish suffragettes, right? Okay? Because, imagine, listen, and there'll be a video.
There'll be a video about it.
Aye. And so, because now we've got in Scotland the First Minister's a woman.
Yeah.
The Speaker of the Scottish Parliament, the presides over the Scotland is a woman.
Yeah.
And recently ennobled leader of the Conservative Party is also a woman. Do you know what I mean? So I thought it was interesting to come down here and go to the First Minister's residence. She didn't let me in.
Oh no!
I stood outside and made a video about that. So there you go. So come on the lassies.
And go over to Bruce's channel and watch that video. I'll put a link when it's out onto the video. I'm not sure if anybody can hear anymore because there's a parade going on behind us. But anyway, Bruce, brilliant to meet you. We're going to do some videos together.
Yeah, we're going to do stuff. Yeah,
definitely. Let us know in the comments if you'd like us to do some videos together, and we'll get it done.
And what you want.
Exactly. We'll do our best. Great to meet you, Bruce, and definitely see you soon.
Brilliant.
Believe it or not, this is Edinburgh's Diwali parade. A festival of light celebrated by Hindus, Jains, Sikhs, and even some Buddhists. But this one has a uniquely Scottish twist. With everything being so busy, it was another day that we weren't going anywhere near the Christmas market.
Another day here in Edinburgh City Centre that we're not going to see Edinburgh's Christmas market just because it's too busy again. It might be cold and inhospitable at this time of year, Edinburgh, Old Reekie, right? But Edinburgh right now is alive with people. It's alive with activities. It's alive with the sound of music, bagpipes and drums and costume, original dress, everything. Sunshine, rain, snow probably, and all the rest in between. There's so much going on right now. Edinburgh just feels alive. It feels like it's buzzing, and I am here for it. Definitely. And that's why when people ask me when they should be coming to Edinburgh, what time of year, I always say either the festival in August, although it's very, very busy then, or in the lead up to Christmas and New Year. Those are the two times. I actually think now the lead up to Christmas and New Year might be my favourite. It's amazing, there's so much going on. Oh, back in a nice warm car. It is absolutely Baltic out there. Wow, it is chilly and it's come from nowhere. But it was really, really nice getting out there and seeing how things are looking. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the Christmas market again, but hopefully we'll get to do that at some point. But it was really nice to meet Bruce. You know, I've been watching his videos for a while now, and he's just such a good ambassador for Scotland. And he speaks so knowledgeably about Scottish history, and I've been learning a lot, so definitely go and check out his stuff. But also, you know, when people come to Edinburgh, a lot of people ask me about food and where they should eat. And I've been thinking about that because it is a really, really big part of when we travel. When I travel, I like to eat good food. I thought I'd show you guys one place in particular that I love to eat, but also just one neighbour. No, it's not a neighbourhood, it's a street just off Bristol Square where there are so many good food options. I had a friend who was visiting us a couple of weeks ago said, where should I eat good food here in Edinburgh? And I said, go to this street, there's like 5 or 6 really good options and you can choose one of them. And the funny thing is, none of those options are Scottish, but that's okay. It's sometimes, you know, good food in places you've never been to before is about eating international food, and that's good. Another thing, before we go there, interesting, is that, you know, I was supposed to be making a Christmas video today, a Christmas video. Come to Edinburgh, Christmas market, Christmas festivities and all the rest of it. But as it turns out, and I didn't even know this was going to happen, they had the Diwali parade. And forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that right, but they'd had the Diwali parade in George Street, and I thought that was amazing. Diwali, incidentally, actually happened quite a while back now, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think, on the actual day of Diwali. But they had the Diwali parade here in Edinburgh today, you know, just about a month before Christmas. And I thought it was amazing, and it was really cool to see, you know, a mix of different cultures there. You know, we had the Scottish bagpipes and drummers, and then you also had the people there from the community who were there to celebrate Diwali as well. So a really, really nice mix. That's what Edinburgh's all about. And then those drums there with the bagpipes, just as we were walking down the street, I thought that was Edinburgh. Edinburgh's a place where people from all different parts of the world, all different backgrounds, come to meet, have a wee dram, and have a wee jam as well. And that's why I love it here. And that's why you're going to enjoy it here as well. Like I said, so many people come to Edinburgh asking me where to eat, and I've got the perfect solution for them. Something that will suit all tastes. This here behind me is Bristol Square. It's where all the university buildings are. I think the University of Medicine somewhere around here, and the University of Law in one of these buildings behind me, something like that. It's all part of Edinburgh University right here. Bristol Square. And in front of Bristol Square, on that side, is a street called Teviot Place, there. But actually this makes up a bit of a triangle because the street turns that way and comes back in a big circle. This little circle here in front of me, there's probably about 10 really, really good places to eat. Really good places of all different tastes and from all around the world. And so when people ask me, where do you come to Edinburgh to eat good? I tell them to come to the street and take your pick.
I am bringing you to see one of my favourite street food locations in Edinburgh, which is called Tuppenny Keem, a Brazilian crepe vendor. As many of you know, I love Brazil and I love its food. So perhaps I have some bias, but the food at Tuppenny Keem is top notch.
It's been such a long time since I've had feijoada. Brazilian classic. Basically beans and meat mixed together. Bits of pigs, like the foot of a pig, for example. It's delicious. Really, really good stuff. We're actually going to Brazil in January, so we're going to be able to eat some of this when we go there. But I missed it a lot. With rice, cassava flour. It's all good. We can get it right here in Edinburgh. Happy.
It's nice.
It's good. But the place we're at here in Edinburgh, Tuppenny Keem, they do really good crepes and stuff like that as well. So that's what she's having. And they're really good. Not going to be disappointed with that. But they only do the feijoada here every Saturday. So I think I'll need to come here every Saturday from now on, because I've had a lot of feijoadas in my time. A lot. In Brazil. It's a classic. And that is a very, very, very good feijoada. Love it. It's got sausage, lots of beans, rice, pig foot. Different part. What other parts of the pig is in it? It's all good stuff. Feijoada has like a lot of like pulled pork type of bits in it, but the really good stuff for me is when you find like the pig's feet, the fatty bits of the pig feet. Delicious meat. Like that.
Oh yes.
Happy. Very happy.
Travel and food adventures is a topic I'm absolutely passionate about, and I'm going to be sharing that passion with you through a new newsletter and blog that I've launched. So please come and visit me at traveleatriot.com, where I'll be posting some regular thoughts from right here in Scotland and around the world.
Alright, it has been admittedly several days since we were last out on the streets of Edinburgh filming for my vlog, for my Christmas special. Several days, maybe even weeks, to be honest. Things have taken a downturn in terms of the temperature. It is currently 2 degrees Celsius and it is raining / snowing at the moment. And we are going, despite these late hours, up to Edinburgh Castle because there's a bit of a show going on. It's something I wanted to show you guys in the vlog. I can't believe I did this, right? But the tickets for this show, which is called Castle of Light, which apparently it looked quite good, cost 20 quid each, which I think personally is astonishingly expensive, maybe even extortionately so. But you never know, it might be something amazing. Like, I don't know, I'm not judging it yet because I've not seen it, but that costs more than it costs to get into the castle on a normal day. It's very expensive, 20 quid each. So for me and Tanka it's 40 quid to come and see a light show at the castle, and it's on all during the holidays at Christmas until January. And I thought it'd be a cool thing to show you guys in the vlog, since we have been so unsuccessful in trying to actually get to the Christmas market so far, although I do hope to get there today after the light show. So let's get in and see if we can see anything cool and show you guys for the vlog. Castle light show, the very expensive castle light show. I just hope this rain / snow goes away, because I'm all wrapped up like a polar bear, and so is Tekka. And we are pretty cold right now. Sounds like I'm complaining a lot. I'm just not used to the cold anymore, I think. I've even got gloves on. No cold hands for me. Anyway, let's get up into the castle and see what this is all about. Alright, I'm seeing lights up at the castle, but I'm also seeing a lot of rain. It needs to go away. It's cool from here, look. Edinburgh Castle there. We're in the castle and it's all fancy and lights on and stuff. It's quite impressive when you enter the castle, to be honest. But let's see what it's like inside. That's on the roof.
How did they pay? What did and what do we treasure? Generations settled here, building, defending, and fighting for this special place. In the late 1300s, King David II built a colossal tower that dominated the surroundings for over 200 years. But by 1558, a number of witnesses tell of a dragon wheeling over the tower, an omen, perhaps predicting its being blown to bits by cannon fire, ending the Lang siege in 1573. Removed, returned, buried and stashed to keep them out of enemy hands, they were eventually rediscovered in a sealed chest by Sir Walter Scott in 1818, only to be hidden once more in a medieval loom during World War II. More modern characters include Tam the Gun, who faithfully fired the 1 o'clock gun for 26 years. Those who held the rock held power, building, defending, and fighting for this special place. King David II built a colossal tower that dominated the...
Not sure how much you can see here because the light isn't that great, but it's a light show obviously, but I've managed to find a wee light that points to my face, and from up here at night, I've not been here at night on the castle, and Edinburgh is looking absolutely spankingly good. You can see down there the gardens, that is the Christmas market where I want to go. You can see the lights from the Botanic Gardens somewhere as well behind me. And also there's a massive light coming from the castle pointing outwards. I don't know if you can see it up there, which looks like the bat signal. Batman is calling. Well, expensive though it is, I've never seen a castle looking like this before, and I could only imagine what people from ancient history, Mary Queen of Scots, who lived here famously, would think of the castle when it's looking like this. St Margaret's Chapel, it's Edinburgh's oldest building. It still exists, and it's all lit up as it is. It's quite amazing. Look at that. I mean, that is absolutely stunning. I mean, that's unbelievable. Look at that. Should I make a signal with my fingers in the bat signal all the way across Edinburgh for everyone to see? That's hot. I've been to quite a few light shows now. They do them in Edinburgh, and the Botanics and the zoo and all the rest of it. Been to a few, and every light show worth its salt has a tunnel of light. And they're pretty cool. They're great to take photos and video, and they also light you up really good, so I can talk to camera and you can actually see me. Pretty epic.
Daring to hope, Scott knocked on the chest, and the answering echo sounded hollow. The honours of Scotland, crown, sceptre and sword, where they had sat unseen for 111 years. The greatest treasure of all. generations. When this mighty fortress has adapted to modern times with its international visitors, world-famous tattoo, and the many music acts who've brought a different light to these ancient walls. James VI, the first king of both Scotland and England, was born in a tiny room here. And many years later, he transformed and embellished the building before us, creating the grand palace we see today.
Oh, that's cool. What do you think, Zach?
Wow, I think it was really nice. Actually, it was better than I thought. But I thought it was gonna be more lights.
Can't see a thing of
Very
us.
dark, you know.
You can just hear us talking. I mean, listen, I can't knock it. It was all right. It was good. I liked that. And like I said, it was really quite something to see the castle with all those lights and graphics on it. Like I said, imagine the people of history, what they would think of the castle like that. It was cool, but was it worth 20 quid? I mean, 20 quid is a good chunk of change for any event, and for a light show like that, which, you know, you can get around in like half an hour, 40 minutes, I think is a wee bit steep, to be honest. I'm just being honest. You know, 40 quid for two of us. These lights here are brilliant for lighting myself up for the video. But it was cool. And like, I respect the fact they've got a lot of people working there. To be paid and all the rest of it. But I'm just a typical Edinburgh boy, a bit typical Scotsman. And we're quite tight. And yeah, like I said, 20 quid's a lot. And also there was literally no one there. We were the last people in there. The security were waiting for us to leave so they could get home. Which is pretty cool, but in one way, because we got the whole place to ourselves, and it has been absolutely packed in recent days and weeks. And I think it's mostly because, well, we booked the last time, and also the weather has been pretty bad tonight, but the snow has totally stopped now. Alright, this will be about the 4th or 5th time we've tried to get into this place and failed, so it's probably going to be the last time, to be honest, because I'm running out of time to post this video. The Christmas market, we just missed it by 5 minutes tonight because it was closing time, apparently. There's one of the rides there behind me. But you know what it's all about. You've been to these things before. Very expensive, wow. Very expensive funfair rides and food. Very expensive mulled wine. And all these kind of things. I mean, it's fun for like families and kids and stuff. That's what it is. And it's worth coming to visit. Scott Monument all lit up there. But yeah, couldn't get in again. We just missed it. Again. So we're going to give up on our Christmas market attempts for now. We might come back just before Christmas and try and get in. But I think for this video, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. But like I said, you know what it's all about. I don't need to show you. You've been to these places before. And if you're in Edinburgh, it's worth coming along and visiting and getting a mulled wine. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Good to speak to you as always. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll come and visit Edinburgh at Christmas time. It's a good time to come. And New Year's, Hogmanay is the best. Edinburgh's Hogmanay street party. I love it. And I will try and... I won't be at it this year. And the reason is because I'm going to be actually in Brazil for this year's New Year's, which is great. But hopefully at next year's, and it's also a very scaled back New Year's party this year anyway because of COVID. But next year, 2022 into 2023, hopefully I'll be back here. And we can have a proper party at New Year's Hogmanay right here in Edinburgh. Well, thank you very much for watching. Great to speak to you as always. Until the next adventure, have a good night, morning, evening, afternoon, or whatever time of day it is, wherever you are in the world. Take care.